God's day. Sorry, didn't get a chance to do it. But God's wonderful Wednesday morning. How are y'all? Come on in. Hey cousin, how are you? God's day. Play that song. Like that song. How you been? Never seen that before. Looking at a I don't even know what's going on. The truck, it was a guy pulled over on the side of the road. He got a he don't let his, I guess he letting his dog out to use the restroom because they on the shoulder. I've never seen that. Hey God's day, how are you? I tighten this thing up. It is tripping right now. I'm trying to fix that. Hey, how are y'all? Listen. I pray everyone is having a blessed morning thus far. Everything is going great. Everything is going good. Thank the Lord that He allowed us to make it this morning, another day. Good. Thank the Lord He allowed us to make it another day that wasn't promised to us. I'm on here. I know I'm on here later than normal, but I'm off today. But I had to take care of, pop up on the kids and check on them and make sure they was all good at the school before I move on to something, do something else. So yeah, I had to do that, take care of that first. But I pray that everyone's doing good. We're grateful that God allowed us to wake up again, another day that wasn't promised to us, and grateful that He allowed us together here today yet again, and He just keep on doing those amazing things for us that He didn't have to do, but we grateful that He did. I am definitely grateful that He did. That He gave us another brand new day that wasn't promised to us. He didn't recycle yesterday or recycle Monday or recycle Sunday and gave it back to us again today. A brand new day. Opportunity to get things right that we haven't gotten right. He giving us another day to get it right. Today is that day to get those things in order, get those things right. Mend those broken relationships and whatever else. Forgiveness, all that may have come up or whatever. You get that opportunity today to fix that. And God is good because He gave you that opportunity to do that. Millions didn't make it. Hey, Sister Mullins there. How are you? Millions didn't make it, but we one of the ones that did. And I'm grateful, God's day. I'm grateful that He allowed us to make it yet again. Hey, Kimmy, how are you, God's day? I know I'm over here later than normal, but I had to do school check and all that stuff. I had to do that. Tamika already don't text me, are you coming? And listen, I had to take care of some stuff first. Let me do this. But I'm grateful that He did. Listen, last night we was at the Greater Grace Temple Church with Pastor Boyd, Pastor and First Lady Boyd. What a blessed time we had last night. If y'all have not seen the video, the Facebook Live from last night, it should be on my page, and it should be, and I know it's on the church page, New Freedman Chapel. Go and like that page anyway, and you can see stuff that we have going on. But please go back and watch that video. Bishop is getting back into his groove now. He's getting back into things of his preaching, and he did an amazing job yet again. So I'm grateful God has been healing him and still taking care of him each and every day. Is always a blessing. And I'm grateful for him and for my husband or whatever, and for the things that God has been, because He deals with a lot, and I talked about it a little bit yesterday. I know Reverend Andrews was talking about Romans 10, I want to say, verses 14 and 15. Why do we need the preacher? Why do we need them? Why do we need pastor preaching? Pastor is different, but the weight that they take on, that's why I say you have to have tough skin. You can't be timid. You can't be scared to speak up and say something. And then you don't know what people deal with. The pastors deal with afterwards. They have a lot of weight. They have a lot of people put them on a pedestal. like they're not human, like they're not able to make any mistakes or anything like that. They're just supposed to take any and everything no matter what. And that gets hard on them, so they take a lot of weight. And I'm saying this because I can only speak on what I see him going through as a pastor. And it's hard because everybody wants you to do what they want you to do, not caring that God has given the pastor the vision as your pastor. The Lord has given him the vision of what. Because his truck is pretty loud and my windows is up. That the Lord has given him the vision to give to the people or to do for the church. And it's a lot when folks want to come with their attitudes. This is the way you should do it, and that's the way you should. If I would, and it's a lot. And you're dealing with so many different personalities, and that's why I say you have to have that tough skin. But I'm grateful for him allowing, going on this year. Well, in a couple of weeks we'll be celebrating 4 years, and all of that is a lot. It's a lot that come within those 4 years. It's been a lot. Nobody told you the road was gonna be easy. Definitely. Definitely. So and nobody can tell you how to be this person or be a pastor or whatever until you actually walk in the shoes. You might see a lot of stuff, you might hear about a lot of things, but you won't actually know until you step in those shoes. You're actually that person that step in those shoes. Because people could tell you, oh yeah, it's all nice and you get the chance to do this and get it. It's not what that is. Behind, if it's glamour, behind all of that, what is your real work? And some people are not, out for it for the wrong reason, but neither here nor there. Not talking about that side of it. Just saying overall that the weight that they deal with. I don't know the name of the pastor that was just committed suicide. Now he was like a real strong activist or whatever when he came down to mental illness and excuse me, mental illness and suicide and all this other kind of stuff. And then it comes out that he took his own life. And with him being a pastor and the kind of work that he done, the work that he put in front of people or helped so many different people, and then it comes down to him, he can't take it. That's why I say you have to pray continuously, to pray for them. Don't be that extra weight that's on the pastor's shoulders, on your leaders' shoulders. Don't do that, because when you don't want to be the cause of them getting sick or them going through so many different things, health-wise, mental-wise, going into a depression, because they feel like they may have failed at times. Hey lady, how are you guys today? They may feel like they may have failed at times, and that's why I said don't be that extra weight that's on his shoulders. If he's already dealing with a lot, because first of all, like I told my husband last night, I said you share your life, and I said you, but I meant like in pastors share their life with their congregation. Well, the first lady shared her husband with the congregation. So that time that he's spending doing things for the church, he's doing things. Hey, Miss Honey, how are you? I know I see you in a couple of weeks. I think y'all will be over on the 6th. Y'all will be over. But anyway, the weight that's put on their shoulders, don't be that extra weight. The first lady shares her husband with the church. And if you're talking about you got a congregation of 700 people, she has to share her one husband with 700 people, because he has to take care of the church. He has to make sure everything is going good. And if you have a good wife that doesn't mind that, and you give that time out to have that one-on-one time with your wife or with your spouse, that the date night, dating don't mean to me you have to go out and go and sit at a restaurant or something. Sometimes you don't even want the noise, you don't want anything. You just want to sit at the house and just watch a movie. Hey, let's just cook dinner together and watch a movie or something like that. But that's that time. And then in that time the phone will ring, and then it's kind of like, well, do I answer it or do I not? Because if I answer it, they might just want to just talk, but that's interrupting our time. Then again, if I don't answer it and something happens, then they feel some type of way that they didn't answer the phone to to find out what was going on with it. So it's a lot that they have to deal with, and you don't want to make your wife upset or mad because you feeling like I wasn't trying to, but this is the life that you have. This, as being a pastor, this is the life that you have. That's why I said don't be that extra weight on your pastors, on your leaders' shoulders. They already have a family that they deal with, and they try to be there for their children. They try to be there for their wife. They try to be there for so many different things. And then when you call and you just like, hey, my dog ran across the street and I couldn't go get him. It's kind of like you call the pastor for that kind of stuff. Where is your spouse? Where is your kids? Where is that? Some things we shouldn't weigh down on the past. I don't know where this comes from, y'all. I guess the Lord just told me to just lead me this way. I don't know, but that weight that you put down on him. I was intending to talk about it, I guess, last week when the young man, the pastor of the church, he committed suicide, and I wanted to say something about it then, because if you're not in those shoes of the weight that they have to deal with, the personalities they have to deal with, the torture, sometimes I'm saying torture because they get talked about, they get put down, they get, everything is not going to go everybody's way, but they try to make everybody happy, and it's hard for them to do that because you're going to have people that just don't care. And when you talk about them in a negative way, and that they've been good, that you're a good person, you've done the right thing, the correct thing, but you got dogged out in the midst of it. Hey, God's Day, I'm sorry. I got caught up. Mr. Mercedes, man, let me over, please. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm just saying, if you don't see that side, think about the stuff that they may have. If it were you, would you want your time to be interrupted with stuff that can wait? Would you want your time to be taken away from you because of something silly, something crazy? And if you wouldn't want that, don't be that person that do that. Now, it's good to just, hey, Pastor, I'm just calling to check on you, see if you need anything. I'm coming over here, and I was gonna pick up whatever, and I was trying to see if you needed anything. Is First Lady okay? Do y'all need anything? And that's fine. Versus, let me call and let me tell you, and it's the he say, she say stuff, and it's kind of like, really? And you don't, and it's really not their lane to deal with. You just like, that's really not a pastor's position. And sometimes, and I had to do that before. I had to tell a young lady, that's not a pastor's position. I'm sorry, it's not. I'm sorry, I'm one of the ones that will speak up. So maybe I'm one of the ones that will speak up. But and say something just like, that's not a pastor's position. That's more of, you need to check with somebody else. We have to know, hey, how are you guys today? We have to know when and it's just anything. And I'm not just saying that because of that, but I'm just saying, if you just look back over the things that you deal with, and I always say, put yourself in the other person's shoes that may have, that you wouldn't want those things to happen. If you were putting that hurt, that weight, that negative stuff onto somebody else, would you want somebody to call you or do that to you? Put yourself in that position. Doesn't matter what your position is, what your title is, what your job, what your career, whatever. It doesn't matter about any of that. All of that. What I'm saying is, put yourself in somebody else's shoes on. You don't want that hurt put on you from nobody, so don't do it to anybody else. And it's hard because, especially when someone take their job or they take their position serious, as to it's a passion for them. Hey, guys, say, how are you? It's a passion for them, and they decide that they want to get, then somebody come and just turn down their character. And as pastors, as leaders, overseers, bishops, whatever, they get tore down so bad, and it's behind something somebody else done. Because I was listening. I don't even want to talk about that because I had to turn him off, and I think I won't even be paying attention to him. One of the comedians I seen on, I guess they was kind of like advertising, saying he was gonna be somewhere or do something. It's older, way back. I don't even want to talk about him, but he was saying, y'all need to stop giving the church y'all money because it's just a scam. And I'm like, wait a minute. So is it a scam that I'm coming to spend my money to watch you and you don't? I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone, because to me, I feel like some things, if you don't know, don't talk about it. If you're not sure, don't talk about it. But don't putting down the church because you don't agree with some things does not make it right. Putting down a pastor or whatever, and somebody that says passionate, and you talking about people, somebody that watches over your soul, that prays for you at night, that make sure that you're okay, will call and check on you, will make sure that you and your children are good, will be there for you. Somebody passed away in your family, they're there to help support you along the way. Get food and help get the congregation together, get food, whatever they got to do. They're gonna make sure everything is going good with you. But them the ones that get pushed down the most. Now the ones that don't do anything, they don't work, they don't check on you, they don't call, they won't come see you, they won't be there for you with you and your family when y'all in need. None of those things. Dog you out, talk about you. Those are the ones that people don't even, they just like, oh, okay. Them the ones that are being loved more. You just like, but the ones that are more passionate about their career, more passionate about your life, want you to do the right thing, want you to do the correct thing, want you to get your life together. And pray, like I say, pray for you at night, pray for you when you in need, there for you consistently. All of those things, they're there. And those are the ones that get dogged out the most. I know a lot of people don't want to hear it because a lot of folks don't agree with going to church or don't agree with what the pastor is doing or the church is doing. I understand. But for those that do, don't be that weight that's on your leader's shoulders. Don't give them that extra burden. You don't know what goes on with them behind closed doors. You don't know what they're dealing with behind closed doors. They have a life outside of that. Hey, how are you? God say. They have a life outside of the church, and when they don't have their life outside of the church because they're dealing with the church, that's not fair to them. Allow them to just say, to do what they have to do as far as stand as a whole. But don't be that weight on their shoulders. Don't be those problems. When I say weight, I mean problems, issues. You come, like I said, coming to them, you just like, listen. Let me listen. I don't know. It's crazy stuff that people just bring, and you just like. So you decided to talk about that or bring that up right now, like that was very important, and it's, I guess it's because people feel like what they have going on is more important than you, and you don't have a life, so you listen to my issues and my problems and you deal with it, and you help me out. And it's hard because you as that's why I say as leaders, on the serious side though, as leaders, your pastor that has to deal with so many different personalities within the congregation and trying to deal, especially if they working 10, 12 hours a day. They come into church and they have to deal with everything, every aspect from the beginning to the end with the church. They're dealing with their house, whatever they have to deal with, bills, relationship, kids, money, all that kind of stuff. All those things come into as a whole. And if you got somebody that's just coming in and it got so much just mess going, it's a lot that they deal with. And you're trying to please everybody. You're trying to be there for everybody. And that's not the way that it is. So yes, my heart goes out to the family that the pastor had committed suicide. That weight is serious, and some people just don't know how to. And have you noticed that you can help everybody else, but sometimes it's hard to help yourself? You can give everybody the answers that they may need. You can give everybody else the help that they may want, but when it comes down to your own business, your own relationship, it's hard for you to figure that out. Why is that? That seems backwards, right? To me, it seems backwards. It seems like, okay, so hey, Pastor Redmond. But that seems like that's and I know Pastor Redmond probably can attest to some of the stuff that I was what I'm saying, but it seems crazy because you're out helping everybody else. You got the answers for them. You can help them with their situation. You can tell them how to go from A to Z doing whatever. But when it comes down to you, it seems like you stuck. Like you at a standstill. You just like, I'm dealing with the same thing that somebody else is dealing with. And I told them to do it this way. But when it comes down to myself, it's hard for me to figure out how to handle that situation myself. It's weird, but it's true. And a lot of people might not, you know, like I say, might not see it or whatever, but it is what it is. I just don't want us to be that cause of a pastor being down, being sick, go into a depression mode, or have suicidal thoughts, or any of those things, because it is a lot. If you look back over the years, I don't know how many, you know, you can look back over the years and look at pastors on how older they was before they got sick, but they preach hard. Like my husband is one of the ones, he preached so hard, and I just be like, you preach so hard, and he's like, I know. So I try to tell him to take it easy or whatever, because you're still in your 40s. Like, slow down. But you have the pastors back then that were, you know, in their 70s and 80s, and some of them might have made it to 90 something, and they still pastor, and they still preaching hard, and they still going strong. But the church was, you had people that was in line. You had the mothers of the church that helped keep folks in line and help keep on. Now you don't have that. You don't really have mothers. You have them sometimes. I'm not saying nobody have them, but I'm saying a lot of churches don't have the mothers of the church. They help. Come here, baby. Don't put that on no more. Come here, baby. You know, they'll talk to you. They'll have a conversation with you, and the respect was still there. Now, all of that help that the mothers did at the church, now it's on the pastor's shoulders. That's the way I'm maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But it seems like that the help that the mothers would just say, hey, the pastor don't have to deal with that. But people take everything to the pastor. It don't matter what. I don't like what she got on. Why she roll her eyes at me? Why she look at me like that? She won't speak to me. And they take all of that to the pastor. You just like, but I've been teaching you. If you have a problem with your sister or your brother, I've been teaching you. Go to your brother or your sister and have a conversation with them. Let them know what's going on and how you feel. Don't go to them in an uproar and you all mad and you got, and you know, you got an attitude or whatever. Don't do that. But go to them in love. Go to them and show them. Let them know what's bothering you, what's hurting you, what offended you, and y'all have a discussion that way. Instead of you, but I'm teaching you these things. Instead of you just going off and just saying, well, you need to take care of that. I'm not going to take care of why you're not speaking, or why you're not. You go to your sister, your brother, and you have a conversation. Some things we can just take that weight off our pastor. We can take that weight off of them. Some things can be handled other ways. What I'm saying, I mean, I know, you know, like I said, you had the mothers, you had the older women at the church that would kind of help out with some things that they see, and they will take that extra burden, because they don't want the pastor. They want the pastor ain't supposed to be doing all this extra stuff that people are putting on him, and they feel like, since this is the church that you pastor, you supposed to take care of that. That's why he have deacons in charge. That's why he have the other leaders, presidents of different auxiliaries. That's why you have the mothers of the church. That's why you have the first lady. That's why you have all these things, so they can take those weight off the pastor. That's why he have everybody to do those kind of things to take care of it. It's just like at your job. I really don't want to compare that, but like at your job, you have the manager, the supervisor, then you have the lead, and you have the employees. The lead take care of pretty much the employees. So if they have a problem or an issue that the lead can't take care of, they go to the supervisor. The supervisor can't take care of it with the lead and everybody else, then he goes to his manager. The manager, he can't take care of it with all them, then he goes to the director, or whatever the case may be. There are roles that you have to go through in order to get to where you need to be. But don't just pop off from being, okay, they put my time in wrong, and you go to the director. No, that's why they have people in charge to take care of those things. Okay, so I don't like the way she looked at me. She didn't speak to me. I don't know what her problem is. Instead of having a conversation with the pastor about that petty stuff, to me it's petty. Why don't you have that conversation with your sister or your brother? You see, the Bible teaches us that. Is to have that conversation, that one-on-one conversation. If it becomes a problem again, then you bring a mutual person to kind of weigh in on what's going on and say, hey, okay, this is you right, you wrong, whatever, and this is the way y'all need to handle whatever. Now, if it gets too far and that doesn't work out, okay, now we bring it in front of the church or whatever, and we can resolve it that way. But there's ways to do it. Don't just automatically just say I got a little issue and I'm just going to take it straight to the pastor. Now, if there's things that the pastor needs to know and everybody else don't need to know, of course you bring those things to him, but let it make sense. Let it, Bishop Smith, it got to make sense. It got to make sense. Don't do that, because you, like I said, the pastor's dealing with a lot. He's dealing with everything that's dealing with the church, from the front door to the back door, from the roof to the floor. He's dealing with, and he's dealing with his house, everything that's going on, his relationship, his marriage, his kids, his finances, all of these things are being a part of it. And then you have he's dealing with, if he's working, he have to deal with his job, let alone his health. You don't want your pastor to be sick at 40. You don't want him to be, because you just like, what did I contribute to that? You might have. What did you bring to him? How much mess did you have? How much baggage did you bring to him that he didn't even need to be bothered with, when you could have took it to someone else that's in leadership role that can assist you with that issue? And if it got too far, allow them to take it to the pastor if that's the need be. But I'm just saying it because I see a lot of pastors, some young pastors, that just deal with so many different health issues, and they didn't used to. Back then, you didn't hear no pastor having different health issues in their 40s, in their late 30s, 50s. You know, you really didn't hear that. Now it's more common. That deals with more than any, and you don't want to be that cause of those things that are going on. So that's why I say be more mindful of how you handle those kind of things, especially when you bringing it over to your pastor. Take that weight off his shoulders. See how you can assist him and help him out, and say, hey, is there something that I can do that you've been doing that I can take that weight off? Is there a way I can get, maybe get here early, get a key and open up the doors, make sure the air conditioning is on, make sure whatever, I don't know, the AC is run, whatever, I don't know. Something to take that weight off their shoulders, because they have to make sure everything is lined up and all the ducks are in a row. But anyway, last night was definitely a blessing. We were guests at the Greater Grace Temple Church over in Oak Cliff. Excuse me, that's Pastor and First Lady Boyd. We had a great time. Y'all go back and watch the video. We had a blessed time last night, and Bishop really preached. He really, really did preach. You right about that, Pastor Redmond. They don't want to be accountable. They'll say, oh, that wasn't me. They'll say that in a heartbeat. They be the reason that the pastor about to put his hair is turning gray. They don't think that it's them. They don't want. You were right about that. I don't want to be held accountable for the things that I have done. I don't want to be that person, but you are. You are. And if you don't know it, everybody else know. But you got, like I said last week, we got to admit to our wrongdoings. We got to admit to our responsibility, our mistakes, the problems that we got to step up and be responsible for that. So you're right. People don't like to be accountable for that. I don't want to be the reason why he don't feel good. I don't want to be the reason why he don't. But you are. Okay, I'll leave it alone. But we had a great time last night. Again, go back and watch the video. It's on my page, and it's on the New Freeman Chapel page. God is really, truly blessing. In my husband, we have little small conversations about little certain things, and I just telling him what, that you do, how well he's doing, how great he is by delivering God's word, and being, whether people accept it or not, you doing what God called you to do. You're doing what God said for you to do, and I'm grateful for that. So I love to encourage him on how great of a job that he's doing as far as pastoring, and especially after becoming a bishop. He don't heard it all. Hey, like I say, folks gonna talk about you whether you're doing good or bad. Most of the bad they're gonna talk about, but as becoming a bishop or whatever, of course the people talking about you and or whatever doesn't stop, or the devil doesn't stop, because he got so much. Now he gonna get at you harder, because now you don't took on Cause he didn't want his nice little red sports car. He just pulling on out. He didn't stop at all. Okay. But it comes with the territory. But just keep pushing on, keep doing. That's why I said continue to, no matter what, whether you're doing good or bad, people gonna talk about you and try to discourage you from doing different things. But do what God has called you to do. Do what He told you to do. Sorry, I'm gonna have to call and see if she wants something. Keep on doing what God has called you to do and what He wants you to be, and you don't have to stop doing that because of something. Hello, you want something from Chick-fil-A?
No, I'm eating some cereal right now.
You don't want it for later? Okay, give me just a second.
That's a good a chicken sandwich with bacon.
Can I get lunch right now?
I'm sorry?
You say you want what?
The #1 deluxe.
I want the lunch #1 deluxe.
Okay. What kind of drink would you like?
What kind of drink?
Lemonade.
Lemonade. You say no ice? Lemonade, no ice, please.
Lemonade, no ice?
Uh-huh.
Anything else?
Yes, let me have that #2 deluxe. I think it is the spicy chicken deluxe.
Okay, what kind of drink?
Lemonade, no ice, please.
Anything else?
Yeah. Can you I want a side of pickles with some Polynesian sauce, please.
Okay, anything else for you today?
And some ranch, please.
Okay.
Hello. Yes, that's the right time to flip it around. Yes, ma'am.
Anything else?
No, I don't think there's gonna be anything else I need.
Alright, here's total 1528.
Thank you. You too. Okay, I'll be there in a second.
Okay, okay.
All right. Bye. Okay. So as I was saying though, so it's the kind of love we do. We check on you, check and see if you want something. And she's like, no, I'm eating cereal, but you have to eat later. You have to have lunch. I mean, you don't have to go nowhere for lunch. I'm already out. I'll just bring it. That's the kind of love. That's the friendship we have. That's what we do. So anyway, yeah, just be more mindful of how I'm gonna have to get in my app, y'all. So is my app on here? It might be on here. Give me a second. Let me see. Hello.
With the side of pickles, with the lemonade, and the #2 deluxe with the lemonade noise,
Yes, ma'am.
1528.
Okay, let me give you my app. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay. You say it's how much? There you go.
Okay, $4.72.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. So here's it. Wow. But yeah, that was really my whole thing, is to let everybody know, just do better with that. You know, try not to take that weight on your leader's shoulders, even if it's at work. Don't be that person, because they can still do that at work too. But I'm gonna get off here because I need to talk to my husband real quick, and I want y'all to have a great rest of y'all day. I'll try to come back later. Thank you. You too. Do y'all have one of those carry bags that I can slide? Because I'm gonna have to walk in work with a packed all this food in this one bag, man. Thank you. But I'm gonna get off of here so I can just talk to him real quick. I want y'all to have a blessed rest of y'all day. Know that stay encouraged. Y'all know I always tell you not to allow people to get to you. hold on to your faith, stay strong in your faith, be nice, encouraging to somebody. Smile today. Don't forget to post your picture about you smiling and tag me in it so that I can share your love, your picture. It should be, oh, I didn't know Barbara was on here. Hey dear, I didn't know you was on here. I wasn't even paying attention. But I want y'all to be encouraging to somebody else. It's be nice and smile. Again, you can still post your picture of you smiling. I got to post mine and tag me in it so we can share their love and let the smiles be contagious. But I want y'all to have a great rest of y'all day. Remember, God loves you. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.